Lizzy with Long Distance Gamers, and today I'm going to be playing the very first scenario in Gloomhaven, Button and Bugs, and I have decided that since I started original Gloomhaven as the Tinkerer, that is who I'm going to play with. So the Tinkerer has the right tool for any job somewhere in their pack. This jack of all trades will use all manners of gizmos and contraptions to stay one step ahead of their opponents. Everything is a tool. Everything is a weapon. So this is who I'm going to be playing as. Very cool. And this is my teeny tiny little meanie. Let's just go ahead and get started on playing, right? I'll go through the rules as we go, and hopefully you'll get a good feel as to how it plays. We have this scenario deck, which I'm going to keep off to the side throughout the campaign, at least of the ones that I record, simply because I don't want to have any spoilers if you want to go through and read this. But I'm going to go ahead and read this, so there are going to be spoilers, of course. When you're watching this episode, you'll get to hear the story and know what you're fighting against. So if you don't want to see it, don't watch the rest of this, I guess. But let's go ahead and get started. So, that shrinking feeling. What a time for Gloomhaven. First, a black tornado from the void nearly destroyed the village. Then there were reports of the very essence of corruption trying to end everything. But all's well that ends well. At the center of both events, Hale, a mysterious Aster who lives in the derelict tavern, the Crooked Bone. It is said she can turn anyone into a hero, exactly what you want to be. Sure, you don't have a lot of training, but puts it in front of the right adventurer, you could get the acclaim that is due to you. So, with the bold purpose, you step across the threshold of the Crooked Bone and, no, that's not right. Everything is growing. Why is the doorway so small, or so large? Why are you so small? Is this some sort of Aster enchantment? You've been shrunk. So then it says, play scenario 1, a rude welcome. So we're just going to put that off to the side. For the time being, we're going to disregard these. Each card has something on the top and bottom, which we are not playing with yet. Okay, so scenario 1, a rude welcome. And I will say before we get started, this Learn to Play book, it does go through, and it goes through every step that you need. So this is good. And then there is an online one, which this is not a complete rule book. It just is a Learn to Play. So if you want to know every rule, you do have to go online for, which, But anyways, scenario 1, a rude welcome. Got some fancy gear there, you whirl around, taking a look at the familiar yet unfamiliar surroundings. Your attention settles on a scruffy character behind you, luckily on par with your diminutive stature. Nice and shiny, like it's never been used. Hand it over and I'll let you live. Well, that simply won't do. Your gear is unused, but there's really only one solution for that. So then their screen part tells you our monsters is the bandit guard. So we'll put that in one of these locations, or one of these inserts. And then we'll grab one of these tokens, which will be basically what shows the initiative and what their actions will be every turn. Our goal is to defeat all monsters, and then once we read that, we're not going to read the rest of this. We're just going to flip this card over. It shows us exactly where we are going to start. And then it has 2 bandits, which it has a little green and a little blue. So we grab the green and the blue. We grab a cube each. So we put the blue cube there and the green cube there. And we put them on their health. So we have 1 for the green and for the blue. But for me, I can't really tell these apart. So I got cubes that are similar in color, at least for these. The purple, I don't have a purple, so I play either purple or yellow, so I went with a yellow cube because that makes sense for me. But now we can easily tell which one goes with which. This is also very handy because I have played a scenario with not just one character, but multiple characters, and it's definitely handy to be able to just have it next to the enemy, and you know, okay, this green is the bandit guard and it has 8 health left. It might be a bandit archer and a bandit guard, and then you're like, okay, well then I guess I would have a red one over here, and I know that's the archer. It just helps for time, for knowing what's what. Okay, so to play the game, you start with your hand of cards. You have 4 cards, an A side and a B side. You start with your A's. You'll play 2 cards, and whichever card, I'll just place like 2, put them here, and whichever card is on top is my initiative. And I do apologize about the quality of my camera. I have it zoomed in, and so that got fuzzy for some reason. But anyways, what do I want to play? Because I'll play and then we'll figure out what theirs will be. I don't want to do a loss. This one would be good. Attack 2 with a range of 3, and I get to poison them. So I want to play that, but 76 is super late. It'd be guaranteed to be after they play, which I want to go before them. So I could do 19 or 35. You know what? I will do 19. That will guarantee me to be able to go before them. So I have 19. I have my cards selected. These 2 can just come down here. I probably should have them different than my lost area. Okay. And then I roll this die. And it's a minus. So they will go on the 30 range. Okay. So they have 8 health points there. And then they always have 1 shield. So whatever I attack, they will get 1 less damage. Okay. So I can go ahead and play, I should play this one out. So the next time an enemy enters a hex within range 2 of me, so it'll be, well, this one first. It'll get 1 damage and then it won't be able to move anymore. So I'll play that one out. And then I will play this. Yeah, let's go ahead and attack this, because it's going to get 1 damage from that. And so, yeah, let's go ahead and attack. So I'm going to be attacking for 2 at a range of 3, and then I will be adding a poison at the end, which poison just will help future attacks. So, every time you attack, you start with where you're at, and then once you're done with the attack, you move down. So I will be rolling this die. And then, here, we'll move this over to here. When I do this, let's see if I can... Well, okay, so I will be doing the 0. So, I am on this row, come over, I will be doing +0 damage, and then at the very end of the attack, this will move forward 1. Okay, so +0 to a 2, which, so that's 2, minus their shield of 1. So I did 1 damage to him, but he does have a poison, so I will be able to get that at least a little bit better. Okay, so I'm going to put cards that are in my hand over here. Cards that I've played are right here. Okay, so this one's completely played. This one is still active. Okay, and then it will be their turn. So first one first, he will be moving 2 spaces, which would put him right here, because there's these greens that you can't move around, or that you can't move through. You can move around them. You can shoot through them as well. And so my range was 3, so, 1, 2. But he can't just move there. But he can move here, and he will go the fastest route. So he could go 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3, 4. So, and if you step in that spot, it is 1 damage. So we definitely want to ploop down there. Okay. But that means he is within range 2 now. Or he entered a hex that is within range 2. So he is now, he can no longer move any forward, so he won't be attacking me. And he gets 1 damage. So he is down to 6 health. Woohoo! And then this guy, he can move 2 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So he'll go 1, 2. He'll attack a melee. And then they each got a shield, but it is only for this round, so they didn't have any benefit for that. Okay, and then he'll attack for 1 right next to him, which I'm not. I'm 2 spaces away. Okay, so that is the end of the round. These will now flip to their B side and then go into my hand. And then that was the end of his turn, so that is gone. That should have gone away at the end of his turn. Okay, yeah, so what do I want to do now? I could do attack 3, range 3, and muddle them. And then I don't want to... So the next time an enemy enters a hex within range 3, it suffers 3 damage and muddles. Ooh, it could do a lot of damage with that. Do I have a bottom attack? I don't. So I kind of want to hold off on that one. So maybe I will... Yeah, I think what I'm going to do... That puts me really late, but that's okay. I'll go 46, because I'm going to do a jumping and a moving. Although, should I... Yeah. Okay, so we'll go 46. Hopefully, they roll at least a 0 or a plus. They rolled a minus, so they will be going before me. Ah, no! So that stays put. And I just stay put. Okay. So, he will go first. He will move up to 2 spaces, but just 1 gets him adjacent, so he's good there. And then he's going to be attacking me for 1 and then he's going to be equipping himself for 1. So we're going to roll this die. So a minus, so he's going to be attacking me for 1, so a -1, so he didn't hit me at all. And then we move this down, and then we find out what this guy is going to do. So he's going to move 2 as well. And then we will roll the die. He gets a +0, so he will be hitting me for 1. So this goes down to 10, which means that I'm almost ready to flip it. Okay, and then this will move down. So if they get a 0 next time, they will get a miss. Okay. So me, I want to move because mine's attack is ranged. If I'm next to him, I have to do a disadvantage, which would mean I would roll this twice and take whichever one's the worst one. We don't want to do that one. So I'm going to go ahead and move 3, and I could jump if I wanted to. Like if he was here and I wanted to get there, I could jump over him and not have to hit that damage. But, okay, I just need to be within range 3. So, if I come all the way over here, 1, 2, 3, I will still be within range 3. If I go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'd be out of range. So, yeah, I think I'll come here. Ooh, these moving all over. Moved 1, 2, 3. I'm still within range 3 of him, which is good because that's the one that I want to hit. And then that is an A side, so okay. And then attacking for 3, range of 3, and I'm going to be muddling him. Okay, so I got a plus. So I got a +2, so that's 3, 4, 5. He does have 2 defense, so that's back down to 3, but I got him poisoned, so that's 4 damage. So he is down to 2 damage, and he is muddled for his next turn, which he won't be able to get to me by the next turn, but that's okay. Okay. And then, so that is the end of the turn and round because they have both gone. Oh, and I need to move this down. So the next attack I do, I might have a miss. So this B card gets discarded. This A card gets flipped to the B side and gets put back into my hand. Okay. There we have it. Right. So now we need to figure out what we want to do for this next round. Okay, well, I definitely want to play this A card. And I could play it with this 23, so I'd be guaranteed to go first. And then I'd get a bottom attack and a top attack, but I would need 2 hexes away. So actually, I don't want to do... If I do both of these Bs, though... no, I shouldn't have moved so far away, because if I was just right here, I'd be within 2 hexes. Okay. You know what? I'll play this one with it. Oh. No! You know what? I'm gonna stick with it. So, yeah. Okay. I will have to rest after this turn. Okay, so I'm going to be playing... Really don't want to do that. Do I? Yeah, let's just do it. Okay. So I'll be doing 14, and they will be doing 30 again. Okay. So we'll do this one. So the next time an enemy enters the hex within range 2, it will suffer 3 damage and get a muddle. And then I'm going to be attacking this for 2 with a range of 3 and a pierce. So it will do away with its shield. So as long as I don't get a miss. And I get a miss! Oh! Okay, that's okay. That'll happen. Okay, there is that. And it will get a muddle because now it's turn to go, and it will go 2. So it'll go 1, 2. And it will take 3 damage, which will end up killing it because it only had 2 health. So it is out. Out of the picture. Okay, I was really hoping that I could have gotten rid of that one and then really damaged this one. But that's okay. Now this one will go ahead and move 2. And it will attack me for 1. And it increased its shield. But it missed as well. No, I forgot to move that forward. And there we go. Okay. But I do have to miss both these. So, we'll pull this out. So for resting, you could either do a short rest or a long rest, which would mean that my initiative would be 99. The only thing I'm doing is healing, which, I mean, I could heal 2, but I only lost 1 health. Or I could do a short rest where I return all the cards from my discard pile to a hand, flip them to their A side, then I lose 1 card at random. So, flip them to the A side, and then we lose a card. So I never got to play that 1 card. Okay. Aw, man, I lost my crank bow. I really like that one. But that's okay. That's what we get. Okay. So I just did a short rest, so I get to play this time like normal. I need to be able to move away. Okay. Let's do this one. Hopefully they'll get a 0 or a plus. So I'm going to be on 35. I'll have Repulsor Gun and Toxic Bolt. Of course, they're going to go first. Dang it. Okay, so he would move 2, but he's right next to me, so he doesn't have to do that. And then he's going to attack me. And he got a plus. So he did 2 damage. So I'm down to 8 health now. Okay, ouch. And then now he has 2 shields. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move 2. So 1, 2. That's that. And then I'm going to be attacking for 2 at a range of 3. And I'm going to be poisoning him at least. So hopefully... Well, I'm attacking for 3. So I do 1 damage because he has 2 shields. But he is now poisoned. So I'll be able to attack him even better. Okay, and then these will flip to B. and get added back to my hand. Okay. And then we will see what... Oh, wait, no. We won't see what he does yet. I need to decide what I'm doing first. Ooh, I could do attack of 4 with the range of 5. And then the next time an enemy... Yeah, I could do this. It'll put me down to 2 cards, though. I don't think I can do that. Yeah. Is there... I mean, I could do this. Give it 4 damage. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll just be 19. Okay. It's going to move 1 and attack for 2. So thankfully it won't be able to get to me. But it will still try to move. So we'll move 1. And it's within 2. So it's going to suffer 3 damage and get a muddle. But it will lose that at the end of its turn, so it doesn't matter. And then 3 damage and that. So, or 1 damage and that. So it's going to get 4 damage, so it'll be down to 3 health. And then at the end of the turn, these 2 goes away. So yes, I just need to do 3 damage, and it's poisoned, so yippee-yay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put these back. So this B just gets discarded. This A turns into a B. Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do Dangerous Contraption for the 10 and Potential Portables. So I'll do the 4 with a range of 5. So pretty much if I miss on these, if I don't get him with both of these, but I know I have a -1, a 0, and a +1. So I know I'm not going to miss. The worst I'll do is 1 damage and then a 4. Actually, I will definitely go before him. So shield of 1. So I'll do... I think I'm going to get it on this turn. So we'll just go that way. And then we'll see what he does, just for kicks and giggles. He's a plus, so he's going on 70. But that's okay. So first things first, I am going to attack him for 3 with a range of 3, and I'm going to muddle him. And I got a plus, so I'm attacking him for 4. He has a shield, which takes him down to 3. But then he has also that, which would have put him back at 4. He only has 3 health, so he is gone. Scenario is over. He has been neutralized. And then next I would have done the attack for range of 5, and that would have been a lost card. And I would have had to discard this. And then I would have lost because I would have had to rest and lost another card. So yeah, but that's awesome. I have won the scenario, which is good because, you know, first scenario should be easy to win, right? So now that we're done, we will read this. Well, your gear certainly isn't shiny anymore, and it wasn't even particularly fancy to begin with. Come to think of it, got the job done at least, but your situation is quite dire. You'll need to survive long enough to find out how to restore yourself to original size. But for now, you'll need to deal with the vermling that just appeared. Read the Collector. We have this cool card that says Collector. The Collector. Cool. Okay. Took out the scavengers, I see, the vermling offers. You're not the first to barge in on hail and get this less than ideal result. We've all been there. Some of us have realized the need to work together if we were to make the best of this. I assume you'd like to be big again. You nod. Then I have a proposal for you. During my time here, I've collected things that may be useful. You may borrow them, and in exchange, I will accompany you so I may expand my collection. I can also tell that your best hope for escape is getting into the Crooked Bone and taking the issue up with Hale. Unfortunately, you look behind you to see the door now firmly closed. Yeah, the only way is through Button's Kingdom, across the road. Come on. So we can now equip items during scenario setup, and it says play scenario 2, crossing the road. So that's where each of these come into effect. So you can choose one side of the card. To equip, you have 2 hands, feet, a head. The bags is up to the scenario level. So for scenario level 1, or scenario 1, it says level 1 over here. So we could carry half of that is half rounded up is 1. So we can carry 1 bag item. But it matters what level scenario 2 would be, which is still level 1. But so you'd be able to pick one side, equip one of these, and that's something you would decide at the beginning of each scenario. And you can change because you are just borrowing from this dude, so you don't have to pay for them or any of that. You just flip them around and be like, okay, I want these 2 for this scenario. So the more it goes, the more of these you have to choose from, which is awesome. But then that means that setup gets a little bit more involved. But that's basically how you play. You set it up how it tells you to set it up. It's pretty easy. Just flip the card over, match up the monsters. It will tell you which ones you need, and then your goal. Sometimes there's special rules, which most of the time special rules are written on this side, or it's like a setup rule. But at least from what I've been able to tell so far. But then sometimes there's a special rule that you have to remember, and it's not on this side. So we'll see how that goes throughout the game. Thank you for sticking with me and watching this. Hopefully you got a good understanding of how it plays. And until next time, just remember to have fun, be present, and be you. Thank you all for watching. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to reach out to us. We would love to hear from you. Also, if you find value in our content, please like, comment, or subscribe. Let a friend or family member know that we exist. Help us spread our channel and bring remote gaming to a table near you. Thank you very much, and have a great day.